1. In the given figure, segment AB congruent to segment CB and segment AD congruent to segment CD. Then prove that triangle ABD congruent to triangle CBD. We have to prove that. Okay, let us prove it. Let us first take this triangle. In triangle ABD and triangle CBD. In triangle ABD and triangle CBD. Now let's see what is given to us. Segment AB congruent to segment CB. Segment AB congruent to segment CB. And what is the reason given? Okay. Segment AD congruent to segment CD. Segment AD congruent to segment CD. Again it is given to us. Now let's see. Segment BD congruent to itself. Why? Because it is a common side. Segment BD congruent to segment BD, common side. Okay. Now we got all sides equal. We got all sides congruent. Therefore, triangle ABD congruent to triangle CBD. By which test? SSS test. SSS test. Sixth one. In figure, angle P congruent to angle R and segment PQ congruent to segment RQ. Then prove that triangle PQT congruent to triangle RQS. Okay, let's start with the solution. In triangle PQT and triangle RQS. What is given to us? We will start with that. Angle P congruent to angle R. This is given. Anything else given to us? Yes, segment PQ congruent to segment RQ. Given. Okay. Now carefully look at angle Q. Angle Q congruent to angle Q because it is a common angle. Angle Q congruent to angle Q. Common angle. Therefore, triangle PQT congruent to triangle RQS. By which test? Angle side angle test. Angle side angle test. Let's take isosceles triangle theorem. If two sides of a triangle are congruent, then the angles opposite to them are congruent. This is the statement of isosceles triangle theorem. Let us write the statement. If two sides of a triangle a triangle are congruent, then the angles opposite to them are congruent. This is an isosceles triangle theorem. Let's start with the isosceles triangle theorem with the statement, and now we will draw a figure before we proceed. Let's draw the figure. I've drawn a triangle. I will name it A, B, C. Okay, carefully see this. Okay, now we will start with one by one given, okay, and then we will proceed with drawing a diagram also. Given in triangle ABC, what is given to me? Side AB congruent to side AC. Side AB congruent to side AC. Okay, what I have to prove? Carefully see what I have to prove. Angles opposite to the sides. Angle ABC, congruent to angle ACB. That means this angle is congruent to this angle ACB. This we have to prove. To prove this, children, we have to draw a bisector over here. We have to draw the bisector there at angle A. So first let us draw the bisector at angle A. Okay. Now we have to write construction. As we have constructed what we had construction, draw the bisector. Draw the bisector of which angle? Angle BAC. Angle BAC which intersects side BC, which intersects side BC at which point? At point B. Okay. Now we'll start with the proof. Now after drawing this angle bisector, we got two triangles over here, right? In triangle ABD and triangle ACD. So let's write in triangle ABD and triangle ACD. Now let's start with segment AB congruent to segment AC. Segment AB congruent to segment AC. From where we got? Given. Then angle BAD congruent to angle CAD. Angle BAD congruent to angle CAD. How did we get this? By construction. Okay. Now look at AD. Segment AD congruent to segment AD, common side. Segment AD congruent to segment AD, common side. Right? Now see, this triangle is congruent to this triangle congruent to this triangle, correct? By which test? You have got two sides and one angle. That means they are congruent by SAS test. Therefore, triangle ABD congruent to triangle ACD by which test? Side angle side test. Now once this triangle is congruent to the other triangle by a certain test, then we can write angle ABD congruent to angle ACD, angle ABD congruent to angle ACD. So what will be the reason? Corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Therefore, now see here. Therefore, how I change? Therefore, angle ABC, congruent to angle ACB, Why? See here, since B dash D dash C, we can write angle ABC congruent to angle ACB.